Those moments after it was secured, they were quite emotional, weren't they?
Yeah, they were the most emotional moments of my life, I think, yeah. I jumped into Chris's arms and literally wept like a baby. You
can't tell me that's never happened before.
Yeah, I don't tell people that.
No, it was pretty emotional for both of us. Jack definitely cracked first.
It was something very special.
And I suppose it's the pinnacle of a nation's dream, isn't it, to get that gold in the event? And also so much hard work from the two of you that just comes together in one moment.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what's really kind of beautiful about it, is like, and also really scary.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's all over so quickly, like it's like taking 6 penalties, and then it's all over with that 4 years of hard work. It's kind of crazy.
How many seconds is your dive? It's something.
It lasts from probably when you take off the board to in the water, maybe 2 to 3 seconds.
2 to 3 seconds for all.
It's very precise, yeah.
Amazing.
It is extraordinary to watch the synchronised diving, and it's only ever when you watch it back in slow motion that we can suddenly, because we watch it first time and I think that's incredible, that was absolutely perfect. It's only ever when you watch it back in slow motion you can see there's slight different rotation. I can't imagine how hard you have to work to try and eradicate that difference, Jack.
Yeah, well, that's why you know, Chris moved up from where he was training in Southampton to come and train full time with me in Leeds, in an attempt, obviously because we're best friends, you know, in an attempt to try and minimise those differences and try and maximise our performance, which is, I think, we've done extremely effectively.
And you live together as well, don't you?
Do?
Are you ever too much in sync? I just have a vision of you both reaching for the ketchup.
Have you seen them? They don't have ketchup. Talking about the last time.
Okay, pureed pure tomatoes then.
Yeah, barbecue sauce actually for me.
Have you found though that instinct and that sort of innate ability to sort of know what the other person's thinking, has that started to get stronger and stronger as you've lived together and trained together?
Oh, massively, yeah. And it really, I think that's what really gives us an edge when we're competing, is like the fact that I think some of the other guys, they don't know each other. They certainly don't know each other as well as we know each other. So when we're stood on the board, you can kind of read little things from each other, and you know whether to go up to. I know whether to go up to Jack and say something to kind of lift him, or the other way around. So yeah, we've got a really good thing going on.
You must have the capacity to get on each other's nerves, though, don't you? To do so much training together and working.
We're all right, actually.
Yeah,
we're not too bad.
We're pretty damn good, yeah.
Who makes all the mess? Who does the cooking? Who does the tidying up?
We both cook together.
It's pretty mixed, yeah.
I make the mess, but I also tidy. So, you know,
See, this is what it's like when people work well together.
They're in sync. This is so good.
It's extraordinary for you and I,
It's wonderful to see. We were talking a little bit earlier, Chris, about how ill you'd been, and talk us through this illness that you got and your spleen that nearly killed you, really.
Yeah, well, it's a very long story. I'm going to give you the very abbreviated version.
Our producer just said thanks.
But no, basically, I had glandular fever, but my glands on my throat were absolutely fine. They weren't even swelled up, so I didn't know I was ill. Glands on my stomach were absolutely huge, which put a lot of pressure on the spleen and all my organs. I was still diving, and then it just ruptured,
and
basically.
It just went.
Yeah, and then by the time, because it was so, half of the doctors to realise what had gone on, they didn't know what was wrong with me. So I lost 5 pints of blood, and then had a 5% chance of surviving the initial operation.
And how long ago was this?
That was when I was just turning 16, 2009.
So and actually the sort of the recovery from that, the slow build-up to doing that, and then coming back into a sport that's so physically demanding on your body, like diving, must have been something that you had to be really careful of.
No, it was. You know, I couldn't work out very hard or anything because they were so wet, especially after I went into a coma. And I had a seizure for 8 hours, and there was loads of swelling in my brain. There's a lot of stuff that went wrong.
Goodness me.
But they had said, you know, you can't raise your heart rate above 100 or something ridiculous, which obviously I did anyway.
Obviously.
But, yeah, you know, it was quite a slow road back, but I actually got back pretty quickly, considering.
Well, amazing. And what next then? What next for you both?
Are you looking to 2020? Are you back in the pool already?
No, absolutely not.
We're both looking forward to 2020, but at the moment, we've worked really hard for the last 4 years, and especially because we've done so well. You know, I didn't speak to my family for almost 6 weeks while I was at the Olympics. I haven't seen them in 2 months, pretty much. So we're both going to see our families before we jet set off on holiday. Individually.
Yes,
this is the first time we're going to be apart for so long.
But
we're going to have a good time and just relax and enjoy becoming Olympic champions.
Fantastic, as you
Quite
should.
right
We're
too.
incredibly proud of you, as
Yeah.
I hope you
Thanks.
appreciate. I'm sure you
The
do.
whole nation.
And roll on 2020 and have a fantastic holiday, guys.
Thank you
Really
very
much.
great to see you. Thanks for coming.
Cheers.
In. So double Olympic champion. We're all getting excited about the fact that Her Majesty may give a few of you some titles. How does Dame Nicola Adams sound?
Oh, that sounds fantastic to me.
Sort of thing you make everybody call you as well. I think you're
Yeah,
fine as
why?
Dame
Of
Nicola.
course, why not?